Welcome back, guys. It is time for Map 2 between Astralis and FaZe. I'm joined by James and Yanko, of course. And if you're just joining us, well, you missed Cash, and that was a victorious result for Astralis. What's wrong?
If they're just joining us, Dan, then maybe they should check the statistics of Kjaerbye in the previous map on the Score Esports. Available on the iOS store or the other one, which is called the Google Play Store. That's the one. Back to you.
All right. Well, it is time for Mirage. So, Yanko, please lend us your thoughts. How do you think this is going to go between Astralis and FaZe? Obviously, again, for those of you guys who haven't been following the professional scene, Kjaerbye has joined Astralis. He's been swapped out by kioShiMa from Dignitas. So,
yeah, Cash was FaZe's pick, right? And Astralis managed to take that. So I expect them to be much more comfortable now in Mirage. Also for Kjærbye, it will be much easier to, you know, play with the team on Mirage since they played it a lot. They played a lot in Dignitas. It's a easier map to be a ringer, so to speak, right, without any practice to play on than Cash, in my opinion, at least. So I would expect Astralis to close it out here 2-0.
All right. Do you mirror these thoughts, James? Do you have anything that we should look out for?
Not particularly, to be honest with you. I think Astralis, I mean, FaZe are a team who have been strategically weak since their inception, basically. And, you know, it's improved, but I wouldn't say it's good from what we've seen so far. So on a map like Mirage versus a team like Astralis, you have to favour Astralis, basically, to have a strong victory. We've seen a number of strong performances from Astralis. We saw half a strong performance on the previous map with Kjaerbye and co going nuts on the fragging. I'm curious to see how they'll use Kjaerbye instead of KJB on this map. So I think part of it is just like a journey of discovery to see new Astralis and Kjaerbye and how they're going to use him.
And that goes to my next kind of follow-up question here. What can we expect from Kjaerbye in this match now? Because of course he's replacing KJB. We already saw what KJB can lend to Inferno Mirage yesterday.
I'm not too sure. As I said previously, karrigan did say that he wants for Kjaerbye to be as comfortable as he can. He's going to have the same roles that he had in Dignitas, which mostly means that karrigan will have to shift his duties a bit on the T side. As for the CT side, I can't really remember what Kjaerbye was playing in Dignitas. Maybe he will just take over maybe just for this map, he will take over Cage's duties on Cat. So we'll have to wait and see, because Astralis has been mixing stuff around as well. Cajun was playing Cat, then he went to A, dupreeh went to Cat. So.
And it is time for the pistol round, so we are going to be finding out all the answers to those numerous questions. And it looks like a pretty fast information play already from FaZe with aizy at top mid, but will he be able to get the frag here on device?
Yeah, so I do wonder, actually, time and a place, not right now. Top mid player can just bide his time because there's creepers coming in from the T's, but Fox was ready for it, and players are being lost for the Astralis side all over the shop. dupreeh and Zipex, no frags yet for the T side, and that is a clean sheet, almost a team ace there, just aizy not getting any kills on that occasion. So a great start for the FaZe side. On the CT side as well, that's the start you want, the start you need.
This is the strength of FaZe, right? They have great individual players, and this is where they thrive by getting those aim duels, 1v1s. It was just a great round by them, completely countered what Astralis wanted to do.
And it is time for those pistols for Astralis. So let's see if they can get something done. They got a smoke and a flash, and you can imagine that there is a plan with those. And at the moment, they're very spread out. That's the first thing to note. And they'll already be losing dupreeh. But that's all being made up for device with a long-range shot, finding its way straight to kioShiMa. And that's going to be creating a little bit of pressure, a bit of rotation there as we see aizy moving closer onto the bomb site. And Fox here lending support by connector. But it's a very difficult position potentially for Fox if there were to be players splitting him at the same time. You can see an element of paranoia as he looks forwards and backwards repeatedly, almost neurotically. And it looks like Astralis are setting up for the A push, and Fox is, to me, it's all about Fox here, and he's going to be able to take down the first frag over to connector.
Yeah, it's pretty strong that, because there was nobody on short for the CT, so that was a very crucial kill. And that gives the CTs a crossfire on the site itself, device going down, and Zipex just before him. So a good hold there for Astralis. Only one play loss, I'll take that. No problemo. So Astralis around 2k, can't expect much here. karrigan obviously has more because one that would indicate that he's going to pick up the AWP. Again, a team that Kjaerbye just came from, Dignitas. Didn't really like to AWP on the T side.
Won't have enough money for it if he doesn't get the kill. Or he needs 2 kills or a bomb plant to have enough money because he's going to get...
He needs...
No, I'm lying. He's getting 2400, so he's fine. But he won't have armor.
Yeah, I was going to say he needs about 3,300, I guess, to get armor. Because you want the helmet on the T side as well. Although apparently karrigan doesn't want any armor at all.
It's a nice 3k there for Rain, a lot of money in the bank.
It's interesting.
What is interesting?
It's interesting that karrigan left so much money in the hole. But I guess, well, he's got full nades. So if he's letting Kjaerbye go up front and pop faces, then he may have to fill in for other people. So we'll see. We'll see how this proceeds. It is an interesting time to be an Astralis fan. Oh, that's not a good start. That's a bad miss.
Oh, that's a bad miss.
Yeah, well, people are being bodied here in the mid area by Fox. I think we had Yanka coming in with a bit of play-by-play there.
We had an impending bit of analysis.
Nope. I'm going to slide out my DM.
He tagged these 2 players and got 2 more kills. Right now, he did like almost 400 damage in this round.
Won't get the MVP star, of course. Well,
that is reserved for the diffuser, James.
Yeah. Well, this is not a good start for Astralis. I mean, they need to cause some financial damage now. I mean, FaZe are carrying $31,000 of equipment, and that is still intact as karrigan comes through. Slope with 15 HP. Not kioShiMa though, so a bit of damage done there. He's got 50 seconds, so there's lots of time for him to make a nuisance of himself. And it looks like he wants to reset the situation. As obviously with the bomb down on A and his presence known, all the CTs will come in. That said, Rain is rotating, and he will hear karrigan all day and take him out with no response whatsoever. So just one player going down for FaZe. Very important fact as they move on. You see kioShiMa picking up the MP9 as well for the eco, which is very smart. Love me some MP9.
They just got wrecked by Fox in that round with a couple of good shots through the smoke. Sometimes it happens, James. You have a plan, you think it's gonna work, and then a couple of shots through the smoke.
Yeah, sometimes you get penetrated by Fox, and that's a wrap. There's nothing more to say.
What do you have to say about that one then?
I'd rather move on. It's like we have a collection of pistols here for Astralis to play the eco with, and kioShiMa is in a perfect position here to make all the monies. And there is 1 frag for him, at the eagle as well if he wants it, and it's pretty much a nothing round. Just a formality here as Astralis will be going into the next buy round, but so far it looks really flat from Astralis just due to the reasons that you've stated. That any plans which they've had have been easily shut down by just a few quick shots here and there by FaZe, and FaZe are a very highly individually strong team, so it'd be really nice to see Astralis able to use a lot of smokes and nades to get some forward positioning in mid or something, get some map control away from FaZe, and perhaps force a mistake from them.
Double ops for the FaZe side. karrigan is going to pick up the green gun himself. That smoke's always a problem for AWPers because you can boost behind it, you can move to the corner of it, or you can go to the boxes to the other side. So there's a bit of a guessing game for AWPers on the CT side. jkaem, absolutely no fear here. Taking that deep map control. Not going to rest on their laurels are the CT side. 2 players still lurking over towards A here for Astralis. So we're moving deep through mid. There is a denial of vision here. And we probably see dupreeh move into the ladder room. Lovely flash coming in from a teammate there. That was beautiful stuff. karrigan's in for a nasty surprise. And where is the bomb? The bomb, okay, bomb's top mid. I thought it might be in-apps from that angle. So at least there's that rain coming in out of nowhere. So it looks good for Astralis, but they are all getting taken down now. Only 2 players. They have such good positions, but they're all for nothing at the moment. 2-man spray down for Kjærbye though. But the bomb still needs to be retrieved by one of these 2 players. Kjærbye just showing his worth here. 2-2 now.
Big frags. And there's time for Astralis to use to try to build something from Kjærbye's heroic efforts. Now, Device is going to be having to grab the bomb because the bomb is really far away. It's actually a massive issue right now in some respects, but they can use this also and can build it into their play by just going for the bomb and then just going for B, basically. It doesn't really make a difference in one sense. It just forces their hand a little bit in that they would be wanting to take the bomb towards B, but actually just running into mid their device. And that's going to be a fast frag by jkaem. He's going to hear probably the stepping of Kjærbye. I think he is definitely within range there, and they're going to know what's going on. And indeed, we've got jkaem repositioning. Kjærbye needs to hit this shot. He will. That's the 4th kill from Kjærbye, and he has plenty of time to plant this bomb before the opposing player, Fox, comes to get him. There's a switch for the AK-47 now, as Kjærbye is really working on this ace. And it's been a long, long road, and oh no, it's going to end in disaster for Kjærbye. Too many spots to check, and this time he's going to guess wrong. Fox cleans up the round at the end, but Kjærbye, he tried his best, and he got 4 kills on a bomb plant.
That ace would have been like a football player scoring a hat-trick on his debut. That would have been good, but it was taken away.
Yeah, not really sure why Device didn't just go back to B apps and why didn't they go B together. It's much riskier to go towards mid, more angles, and it's more chances of someone just hearing you rotating towards that B bomb site. But Astralis is getting picked apart right now from these default setups. I think it's about time for them to group up more and try win around in that fashion.
Go into Mandem mode. 5-man on road. Well, there's one in Device, and he's taken Fox down in the window.
And it's exactly what you pointed out, that it's tricky with that smoke for the CT operators because the Ts can jump on that box, they can be boosted, there's a lot of angles to cover, and it's really scary to keep without a flash there.
Yeah, it is pretty difficult indeed. Rain is trying to hold down a short position. He surely sees that nade flying in, but cannot react fast enough to take down dupreeh. So maybe Astralis get their first round on the board here. They've got a minute to do it.
Yeah, aizy is going to be pushing forwards quickly as well. Kjærbye is in connector, and you can see that aizy's in kind of a tight spot because he realizes that there could be Ts all over the place. So where does he position himself? Well, he's just going to get pop flashed and removed by Zipex. So that's a wrap for this round there, and FaZe will... Well, jkaem might be able to survive, but pretty clean round here for Astralis. 5 players in this situation alive and kicking.
Can we see the scoreboard?
No. Oh, I guess yes.
I mean, they will still have more than enough money to buy, but those 4 kills from Kjærbye in the previous round certainly helped for Astralis. They basically did the same thing they did in the previous round. The difference is now they just hit their shots, got the entry kills, and basically got a flawless round.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be interesting to see if Astralis can keep up the pace now off of the back of that heroic round from Kjærbye, despite it being a loss, and now they're being in this situation because they're close to being able to force ecos now, and the dream is real to bring back momentum into this matchup. As we can see, the FaZe side having to rebuy.
But now they need to switch things up, right? They've been running this default for the first 7 rounds. Now they need to maybe go for a fast connector push, or maybe try to fake A with the smoke execute, something like that. Maybe go for a set B execute if looks like they're going for maybe something like that.
All right, well, let's see if they will go for it. We got Fox already looking for the peak on the B apps, which is where a lot of the Astralis players are, but they're playing defensively, perhaps just anticipating aggression, but it's not to be. But in where they're standing, it does feel like they will go for a delayed set piece onto the B side, perhaps with a peak first, just to make it look like another default. But that would be deadly to peek against Fox here. You can see devices on that pixel gap, actually. So if Fox is to go for a strafe left all the way to avail himself the pixel angle, the device should be able to shoot him in the face. But we'll see if Fox has the... if he's going to play so safe that he doesn't even peek at that angle, which is quite common.
That angle.
I think they know that Fox is there with an op since there's no smoke on B, and they threw a smoke every round. So that's why they were waiting for that push. Now they smoke it off, and because it didn't work for Astralis, now they're left with 45 seconds to work with no map control, and dupreeh gets kicked off by jkaem there.
That's a really good point, because now they're going to be a bit more rushed in how they try to go for plan B, essentially, into the round, and that push in mid definitely did not work out too well. And the A side is about to be under an assault here, and will aizy be able to deliver the defense there close range? He's in a good position. But he's also got kioShiMa to play it with from the shadow. It's all on this for Astralis.
Kjærbye's going to manage to hold on to connector for the time being. kioShiMa's tagged, and he is in the shadow position. But there are 10 seconds to plant the bomb here, and there isn't really anywhere safe to do it because there's a player on short as well. In Fox, Fox is the last man standing now, and they will plant it for the triple box. If he, he just moves to the right, and he came from the left, and that is a wrap. I mean, 10 seconds left. They've got a player in CT. They've got Fox on short. There's like nowhere to plant the bomb apart from the inverse angle of default, which I think is probably still covered. It's still covered by CT actually. So it's amazing that Astralis managed to win that round.
That was just complete carnage in that round, and it shows the flaw of relying that hard on your players to get the pick initially and just waiting for it for too long, because then they weren't left with a lot of time to work with, and just made it thanks to a couple of great kills from Device and Kjærbye.
All right, well, it's actually a force up here from FaZe. They've actually managed to pull together quite a few rifles, and they are doing damage. Just Zipex left against 5 players. He takes down the first, and he does get a good flash in there, but it's so much work to do now. It's hard pressed to see him really accomplishing all that much here. If he can get a couple of frags, he would do well to do so, but he won't, and the AWP will be retrieved. And FaZe are just going to save themselves from the eco situation, although Astralis do still have enough money to buy with, so they will be doing that immediately, and FaZe are not out of the woods yet.
I like this from FaZe. They were on a weak buy, they decided to force, but they didn't just go into a default setup. They pushed mid aggressively, got a kill there, rotated towards A. Astralis was pressed to react because they had no map control, and a great round from FaZe.
Well, when there's one, there's often a second one to trade in that situation, but aizy couldn't even get there because Fox was very fast. In fact, it was Device, not Fox. What am I talking about? We've got that smoke going down to the site side of the connector position. So Fox will be smoked off. And that means that the T's can get into position to potentially split a site, or at least just deny the CTs a lot of information. You can see Rain up there in the ladder room. Sometimes you see the CTs jump into CPL, but stay on the bricks. It does give them a nice angle onto people moving into connector. dupreeh's going to check. Top of a ladder is a blind spot there, but that is also going to be checked as well. So FaZe down to 3 players now. It seems they might be the ones getting reset on this occasion. One being collected, and it seems that the entire Astralis team will be heading over. I was going to say towards B, but Zipex with a quick check, and indeed it will be over towards the B bomb site. With the bomb, no less, yes.
Here they come. Joakim's there, and he's got to do a big work here. I thought he had that one. The dink came in, but not the follow-up bullet. karrigan instead is going to get the kill, and that's going to be a very sad reality there as Astralis will be almost flawlessly winning this round. FaZe didn't have much to show for themselves, and well, they might just get that eco after all. Astralis, it's been a pretty hard work that they've had to throw into this round. Hard grind, hard graft before they've managed to find themselves in this point. But I mean, I guess you know, due to the fact that FaZe had a good start early on, they had the AWP early on. That did give them a lot of options to play with, and this might be we might be entering quite a different phase now. As
for FaZe.
Thanks, Janko. That actually wasn't intentional.
Of course,
thanks for bringing attention to it.
Of course,
but we might be entering a different phase here, because now that FaZe don't have the ability to buy those sniper rifles as much, it's going to be a much different dynamic for Astralis to play against.
Definitely, it's why economy is so important. When you don't have the weaponry and the utility, you have to go for plays. You have to take risks in order to secure a round for yourself, and you never want to be forced into making those plays, right? You want to make them out of your own accord. So we'll see how it works out for FaZe. Fox still has a glass cannon up.
Yeah, he did manage to actually afford one after all, but as you say, at the expense of everything else. The nudists.
Look over towards A. We have a very deep play from FaZe. This is actually, well, it's a common play on Mirage, where you have kioShiMa is normally the second man to engage, and well, sometimes you have aizy a bit closer to ramp, going for some shoulder peeking there, but he is going to be focusing on upstairs instead. They are a bit limited on the nades, however, they both have smoke, so you can pop one up there a bit later on, and then both of them can focus on lower A. Meanwhile, we've got 3 men pushing up top mid for Astralis, while Zipex holds passively towards ramp. He may find himself in engagement with kioShiMa soon. He's moving towards kioShiMa now, and there might be a bit of a, like, 7, no, he's just going backwards and forwards upstairs. Sorry for trolling the observer.
All right, well, it is looking like Astralis are about to go for the hit of the bomb site. We see the bomb coming back from T-Spawn. Device gets the pick on the short. That's super nice now because the connector push that will come in, it won't be pressured from behind. That's so important.
I wonder if Zipex has seen kioShiMa's legs because he's just been holding that tight angle non-stop.
He might have done, and will they be ready for this? No. If he had, he didn't make the call, but the trade comes in regardless. aizy able to get the trade there, but that's not good enough. That kill that Device made on Catwalk really made the difference here, as it does go 3-2. And there's no way to really stop the bomb from being planted at this point, although the T's are taking their time. And there we go. The plant comes in, and Astralis have a very, very good position to play from. And FaZe perhaps will try to get a fast frag. If they don't get it, probably thinking about going for a save if possible. But Device could be quite dangerous because he's in a spot where he could really deny anyone saving, as he can look into B a little bit later. If they were to retreat there. But Range just holding here towards the vent. And jkaem towards CT, so just playing a light exits setup, and that's probably the smartest thing.
Yeah, jkaem can actually stay there.
Yeah.
He might lose... Actually, I don't think he'll lose that much armor. Maybe 20 armor. Let's
19,
have a look.
19. Oh, I win!
He lost 8
I
armor.
win.
Oh, yeah.
I was close to James. You suck.
I suppose you were.
And you spent all these... Actually, you made a bunch of videos about that, right?
I did. However, I spent most of my time much closer to the bomb, Dan. Hence, my estimates may be a little bit off.
Right.
I was living dangerously or dying dangerously. One of the two.
Dying mostly, of course.
Dying mostly, of course. Such is the nature of experimentation in the science lab. 7-4, FaZe leading now, but not in the inventory. And it looks like their lead may be somewhat reduced.
I dislike this from Astralis. They know they have saved an op, and they're still spread around all over the map, allowing FaZe to maybe get up somewhere. But Device is the one getting the first kill.
Yeah, he's having a whale of a time.
Yeah, he's got some angles to play with from here, but actually, Kjærbye maybe a full sense of security, felt it was safe, but Device will make it safe again. And now it's down to a Deagle, a USP, and an M4 here for FaZe. 2 players without Kevlar, so the round should be over for FaZe here. Astralis definitely with a resurgence, and jkaem's going to try to sneak in here for some damage. I like this play from jkaem. Ooh. Felt that one. Yeah, that's not going to go too well in the end, and it looks like kioShiMa will actually take a quick frag here, do a bit of extra damage onto Astralis, but the round will not be won by FaZe.
The reason why I disliked what Astralis did initially is because you know the city saved an op and a rifle. There are slim chances that both rifles are going to be on the same bomb site. Why not just group up and treat it as another gun round, get the trade kill on whichever gun is on that bomb site, and then you can have an easy after plan situation by splitting up. If Zipex was a bit more complacent towards that AAPS area, he could have died, given away an AK, given away map control of that area, and then Astralis would be much more hard pressed to go for a bomb site quickly, probably wouldn't be able to coordinate that, execute really well, and a much bigger chance for FaZe to win the round. Of course, Device gets 2 great entry kills from that connector area, and it turns out to be an easy round for Astralis, but, you know, it could have happened, man. It could have happened.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Boom, there's a nice quick entry, or rather not entry, it's like... Really,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, boom. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. That's a nice defensive kill there in middle there from Fox, able to try to really make this effort for Astralis to take some control in mid. It cost them dearly, and it did cost a life. But will it be worth it? I mean, we actually do have Astralis in some forward positions, so they have actually managed to get what they want. And Device, I think the flames there completely obscuring the position of Rain. Device won't be able to see that frag. Indeed, it will slip away. So kioShiMa with a frag there towards the slope on the A bomb site, and now Astralis, their options are dwindling here. They're running out of players, and they've got to lurk towards the B app. So it looks like they're going to go back for the play onto the A site here, and they'll lose the lurk into B apps as well. So this really sucks because they can't keep players alive on the outside parts of the map.
It's 2 maps where we've seen strong starts and then slow recoveries. Although it seems the recovery may have come to an end on this occasion. Goodbye device. Kjaerbye is going to be looking for the opening frag in this round, but he will be the final frag of the round with no opening for Astralis. 2 rounds remaining here. We'll see if FaZe can make it 10-5 or if Astralis can do a bit better. They still have some money in the bank to be spent here.
I like to see Astralis fake mid control with a smoke, 1 player going Molotov in connector, throwing some flashes, and 3 players running out ramp and 1 player running out AFs. But they're gonna go for the same default yet again. Or not exactly the same, but...
Such disappointments.
Because you can see how FaZe is playing. Both of their players on the A bomb site were towards connector early on. They want to fight Astralis there, and Astralis is giving them those aim duels, which are unfavorable for them.
It's just kind of an application of the simple concept of whatever your opponent is playing for, or whatever their game plan is, try to not allow them to play that and be disruptive in that way. And it would be quite nice to see that approach, but we aren't so much. Although it is a little bit slow here now as we see some smokes being lined up. That smoke's that to jungle or okay, window, okay. The shorts. I don't know my smoke streams. You're the smoke man.
Jungle window short, let's go.
The jungle window short.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Boom.
Smoke master.
Well, kioShiMa holding down things on the A side. That's going to reduce the split. The bomb's been taken away as well. This place is now a safe area. Homeland Security coming in there, putting in work. No one down for the CT side. 9-5. And the money has depleted quite considerably for the Astralis side. Kjaerbye doesn't have the money for an AK. Maybe karrigan gives him the AK. Maybe he wants him to play his role. Give dupreeh the deagle.
Isn't Mirage supposed to be like in North Africa or something?
It looks like Egypt to me. It's got tourist booths.
But Homeland Security has no power there.
No, look, man. They got. Have you not seen Team America? They are the power. World police, mate. It's world police. They're everywhere.
Listen, James.
Look what they did in
if anyone
Pakistan.
knows that, I do.
That's true.
Experienced it firsthand, of course.
Black helicopters.
The Apaches coming in.
It seems they're going for an A split now, but the bomb is still in T-spawn.
Well, they've got possession of the ladder room and its associated area reasonably fast. Lacking in grenades here are the Astralis side. There are many counter flashes ready for the CTs. 3 CTs over towards the A bomb site. That's where the bomb is lurking. Astralis looking good for a bit of a split onto A. And in reaction to losing connector, kioShiMa's going for some aggression here. Will he catch karrigan? He will, and that's the bomb as well. But he's got a teammate stuck on the side, that's aizy. He's got a player in Palace behind him. He's got to get 2 frags before he gets taken down from the back though. Man advantage now for the CTs, make that 2. dupreeh, the only man standing here with a mere Tech 9. Actually forgot what it was called for a second.
This shows you how a round can fall apart with some missed timings and a bit of bad luck for karrigan right there. I mean, he was the bomb carrier, and Kio got the better angle on him. And Xyp9x was just a tad too late coming out of that AF area. The reason he's there is exactly to trade with a player that was in aizy's position, but aizy manages to get 2 kills before Xyp9x reacts. FaZe manages to win the 10th round on the CT side, and dupreeh, who had 32 kills in the first map, has only 2 kills in the first half of the second map. Dan, why is that?
I don't know. Do you feel like it's Astralis' major failing is just generally due to the fact that they just kind of playing into how FaZe want to play the map too much, just leaving FaZe in their comfort zone in that sense, and not really trying to hit them with stuff that's a bit harder?
I think that the problem for Astralis is that obviously with Kjærbye they didn't have probably any time to practice, so they're just going for what's easiest for them to run, even though they might themselves know that they should have adapted. But
right.
FaZe with an A push.
It's early days. Let's see if this A push works out for FaZe. aizy just going hell for leather straight through the smoke and device, and Xyp9x coming up with the 3 frags to put Astralis in front. But for how long? We still have Fox and jkaem alive, although the bomb is in a bit of a precarious position there on jkaem. He's over by the window. He's going to surprise. And nothing happens. No frag, no frag, give away his position. Going to the B1 side. Oh, there is somebody there as well. It's Zipex, and now he's dead.
There was no helium in the balloons down for a surprise. All the balloons just fell straight to the ground. The party sucks, the cake was off, the punch was poisoned. It's a bit of a mess.
But the idea for this pistol round, James, was pretty awesome. They faked that they were going for the default A smokes plant, pushing through connector, while only 2 players were doing that, while the other 3 players were pushing short actually with the bomb, and they wanted to go B once their teammate drew attention of the CTs. But some great headshots from Zipex towards that B bomb site completely ruined their plans.
I think they could have done with a flashbang towards connector. And you can bounce one off the wall that goes basically to the higher step. So you basically get wrecked if you're in that position. Maybe it will evolve in future.
Ooh.
jkaem's got himself behind enemy line stand. Have you seen the film? Probably not, I'm assuming no. There's a one man advantage now for Astralis. And this is a force buy, of course, for the FaZe side. They've got armor and helmets to go with these shenanigans. jkaem's in a strong position, but for how long? We've got Zipex moving into CT, and jkaem realizes he's exposed and will back off accordingly.
So there's a chance all of a sudden for FaZe, and even if they lose the round, they've done damage and they have got the bomb down, so they can decide to keep the pressure up if they want. There's lots of options for them due to this, and it's all due to that behind the enemy lines play.
Have you seen it?
No.
You hadn't seen it.
I could have said yes,
But I would have known you were lying.
How would you know? Because I never lied. So I never lied to you, so you never know. It's a lie. I'm saving that one lie, that one time. I'm saving it.
Well, all right then.
That's something that matters, James.
I'm slightly afraid now then.
All right, so the 7-10 for Astralis, so they are claiming some rounds back here, but their economy is by no means in good shape just yet. And FaZe just got a bomb down with that round and a couple kills, so FaZe feeling pretty good, I think. They got a flash here, James.
Nice. Flashbang.
Flashbang.
Cost $200.
That is a small investment, James.
Indeed, but what can it glean from it? The CTs are far away. Obviously, they're playing the anti-eco here. They want to be far away from these pistols, so the flash won't be as effective as it would be if they were close. While I'm saying that, practically everybody's died. But not taking with a 2-man. What is that? What is that? Please explain what that is. 1-2, and the round's over. 1 versus 2. That's what I meant to say. Not 1-2. What was that? I don't know what that was.
I feel like jkaem killed him in like the first frame that the guy appeared. I couldn't even see anything.
What kind of mouse motion even is that? I'd break my wrist trying to get that kill.
That was insane.
Dan.
Dan.
What the hell is going on, Dan?
Is that a new product from Apple? The Dan. Hope not.
I hope not.
Hope not.
Faulty on arrival.
They start cloning me, that's going to be
Let's
bad
have
news.
a factory recall.
It's going to be like the movie I, Robot. Instead, it's going to be called Dan.
Dan.
What kind of robot would it be, though?
The one that would try to control the world.
Well, it's going to be a device with the AWP here.
Taking control over Fox. I'm sorry.
No, keep going, Yaka.
sorry.
You're learning how to be a caster.
I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Hashtag banter, let's go.
Moving swiftly on.
Serbian banter.
All right then. FaZe have control of mid, and they got the good smoke there on deep on connector, so they can just implant somebody in there. He has been planted. But will he photosynthesize, James?
Will he blossom? Or will he go grey and wilt?
Definitely don't have to
and
expand.
biodegrade.
Definitely don't have to expand on what I said. What I said was already pretty out there, James. Why do you have to commit? Why do you have to double down?
This is who we are, Dan.
All right.
This is how we be. Well, Astralis still have a man up. They're 2 men up now because jkaem's gone down. aizy finally needs to trade. Kjærbye's got a very off angle. His teammates can run distraction if they can stay alive. Not doing a great job of it at the moment, but they are still 1 man to the good. We have Zipex coming in from the back, but the bomb to be planted in time. Unless Kjærbye announces himself 2 men for him. More headshots, more skulls on his mantelpiece. He has 13 frags. It is a short space of time, but I'm sure people will have already decided he's been a great pickup for Astralis. What a monster start, though. What a monster start. But that said, they're still playing catch-up here versus FaZe, just a round behind now. And FaZe will be on the economical purchase.
Yeah, it's still very early to tell how things will go with Kjærbye in the team. I think.
No, it's not too early, Dan. We have all the facts.
I think the other thing is like the honeymoon period, and how long does that last when things get good? How long will the honeymoon period last? But Astralis is also a team with so much going on strategically and tactically. It's gonna be interesting to see how long it takes to get him up to speed.
I feel that Scandinavians don't have a honeymoon period or like a bad period.
Right.
They're just Scandinavians. And then at one point they decide it is time to make a roster change.
Right, okay.
And the roster change is made and the same cycle continues then.
I don't go on enough honeymoons.
That actually sounds... I can see where you're going with that. I actually can't disagree with that. That actually sounds about right.
Because obviously, when you have more emotional teams that also tend to argue, when you get a new player in, everyone's like motivated. So this is the roster change we needed. This is what's going to make us the best team in the world. Everyone's trying, and then slowly, you go back to arguing. You go back to demise.
There needs to be team counselors, like there are marriage counselors, so you can sit everyone down. That would be a good addition. But Device going for the aggressive pick into the Palace. So there's a quick advantage again from Device, and this is a fast pace. Straight into connector. jkaem means business, and he's going to spot the tail end of Kjærbye for a quick kill, and that's a nice entrance here. aizy's just going to go running around with the bomb. Not sure what's going on with aizy there. Eventually, he's going to plant.
Well, it's 4 versus 2. That's a nice open plant, and ZFX can't do anything about it without going super wide. But it's too late for that. They have to go for the defuse now. He is carrying a kit, but they have half the players. There are 2 mollies on the CT side. karrigan can try to go for one, perhaps, in the shadow position, but he's going to opt against it. So it seems the save is coming in. karrigan has abandoned ship.
I'm surprised by the result of this round, because initially Astralis had the perfect counter, Device pushing gaps, because FaZe wanted to go for a 3-1-1 split with 3 players going connector, and Device managed to pick out the player in A apps, but then some unfortunate timing for Kjærbye in that connector area, and dupreeh as well, gave FaZe entrance into the bomb site, and what should have been a round for Astralis perhaps ends up being a round for FaZe. And this round now is super important because Astralis is pretty much forced to eco if they lose this one.
Well, it is time. It is time, James. For a mid-take, here we go. We've got aizy up there already. And they're playing behind the very standard cat smoke. And it's really cool, all the kind of meta changes we've seen to kind of counter that smoke. How teams have tried to adjust for it, and then how the T sides have then adjusted to the common reactions and so on. But we've got FaZe now also with jkaem, who's crept up the underpass now. So there is the makings of mid control. The next stage is just to get the kill into connector, take over connector. Will they be able to do so? Kjærbye's going to just lurk out there and just be able to pick up the first frag onto Fox and then fall out of connector, so no refrag here in jkaem. Smoking onto the stairs, but it looks like Kjærbye gets caught off guard by the stairs. And that's going to be the frag for aizy, and the round is once again alive here as FaZe are ready and set up for the A plate.
dupreeh's in a bit of a sticky situation, but he could take down Rain by surprise, moving into a bit of a sneaky spot, but he's getting naded into oblivion, straight into the face of Rain though. 2 plays in sandwich, and surely he will go down. Indeed he will. ZFX trying to play around that smoke and mount a bit of a defense here. But good for him, going for the spray down. That is a good place to actually AWP from as well. You can get some nice no-scopes from there, but nobody's in position with an AWP. Although Device is on short, and if ZFX can just stay alive here, then FaZe basically can't plant the bomb here. And the longer they try to wait, there's a flank coming in, but it's in Palace rather than T-Slope, which is going to be something at least. FaZe with decisions to make now. They're going for the plant, and Device has moved from short into the jungle area, taking jkaem down. And now he can run distraction while the flank comes in from karrigan, looking for players. Down goes aizy. Where is the last one? That's what I need to know. kioShiMa takes down Device, so they know that he's in connector. Smoke goes down, almost killing ZFX, but it won't be the case. So 11-11, the round will go.
It took so long to plant the bomb there. That was pretty nuts.
They were pretty afraid because they knew Device was last seen on catwalk, and that's an easy frag for him if they just try to plant without chasing him away. So they took their time to secure the plant, but by the time they did that, karrigan was already on the flank from A apps. So an important round for Astralis. as we said, because of the plans, FaZe has enough money to buy again. So now, this is one of those crucial rounds. We see both teams probably, whoever loses this round will most likely have to go with pistols. Maybe FaZe, if they plant, will decide to force yet again, but they seem to go for a explosive play towards A.
Indeed, and dupreeh is playing around that smoke. That's going to be a bit of a pain for the T's to find because they have to focus on the site. Only gets the one though, but he's got the information for his team, and we've got the nades starting to stream in here for the CTs, and they will try to rotate towards CT itself and try and hold that down again. We've got players on short on the other side of the smoke here, and aizy might be heard as he jumps down. karrigan looking for him, he knows he's there, just about not finding the frag actually. Gonna get shot in the face instead.
Yeah, that was a pretty sloppy engagement there, and it's okay. Device is going to clean up aizy, and now Kjærbye is in position by stairs. The bomb is ticking though, so the pressure is on the CTs to get themselves in, and they have the positions to do so now, and the smokes are going away, so now is the time to strike. As we'll see, Zepex looking in from CT, spots the player on Shadow, that's him dead. Just 2 left by Slope, but is information known here by Astralis? I think they've worked it out. There's the first frag here. Now jkaem has to go in, and you can see the cover coming in. jkaem has to get the spray down, and only gets 1 frag, and not the diffuser. So the round is claimed by Astralis. And the bomb did go down for FaZe, so as Joakim pointed out, it is getting into this really dodgy situation money-wise, but that bomb plant really does help.
And finally, we see a team on a retake that puts their AWPer on the defuse and has the riflers cover for him, because obviously, if the AWPer holds the angle, if he misses that 1 shot, he's useless, and the terrorist can just kill him and the diffuser at the same time. And we see FaZe deciding to go for a pistol, for a quasi-buy with pistols, some armor, and a couple of grenades, and they are going towards the A bomb site.
It's about to precipitate.
With someone being a dirty lurker in B apps.
Filthy.
Well, it's going to move in. I wonder if he's going to go to short. Are we going to try to see a short plant attempted here? I think maybe it was, but everybody's getting wrecked, so nothing of the sort is going to happen. Now you see aizy, indeed, he's coming in for the short lurk. This is actually a Virtus Pro strategy, but they have Pacheco with a scout for that, for when that short plant goes down. So I think he had a P250, and that would have been a lot of work. The damage fall off is pretty insane from that range.
He's going to kill Device, get the orb, and that's how it's going to work, James.
That is also, that would have worked.
That was next level.
That would have worked, yeah.
But they didn't even plant the bomb, so it would have all been in vain.
I respect that, though. I respect that.
But you cannot know where Device is going to be. Device especially because he moves around a lot with the AWP. So just baited his team, of course.
Well, back on the buy now. Astralis 3 rounds away from taking the map. jkaem moving in with his knife, but the knife does go away, and Kjærbye misses. But he won't miss a second time, and that is mad awkward for jkaem because he's lost the bomb now. And there are many TTs streaming around this mid area, winning duels and getting trades. So 2 FaZe players left, although that is a fast frag from aizy, and the bomb can almost be rescued. We've still got a Kjærbye lurking, and he will have the superior angle on his countryman, leaving Rain alone. But who else would you want in this situation?
No one else. It would be Rain, James.
Olofmeister. Gets right. Nico.
You'd rather have Olofmeister than Rain?
Yeah. I mean, he is the best player in the world.
We also saw the videos.
That doesn't mean he's the best player in the world in every situation, though.
He's a good clutch player as well.
But do you think he's a better clutch player than Rain?
Yes. But not by a large margin. I think Rain is an excellent clutch player as well.
Well, alrighty then.
Obviously, I would put Dan in there solely so I could laugh.
I knew you were going to say that. Whatever.
So, moving swiftly on.
Anyway, Astralis, of course, they won the first map, and they are now 2 rounds away from taking this in 2-0 and ending the pain, because they probably feel like there's a lot of work to be done with Kjærbye in practice. They probably want to get back to that, but FaZe right now in a position to throw all the nades to make it rain on the big bomb site, and let's see if they can get the plant at the very least, which would be an improvement as to the last round, but that nade is going to do some damage. Although they all have Kevlar, these players, so not that much damage. As Zipex goes absolutely mental. They're only actually getting 1 frag, but he's got support in karrigan and also incoming Device. Device missing the shot there. The bomb does go down. And just a couple players left now, just 1. kioShiMa up in the apps. He'll get shut down by dupreeh, and that is round 15 for Astralis. They are now 1 away from taking this series 2-0.
Well, let's see what FaZe can muster. They've got a lot of money for this round at least. Now it's all gone, although they can't lose any more rounds, so it doesn't particularly matter unless they win with one player surviving. Then they might have problems because of the money on the Astralis side, but let's see if they can even get to that point. We have an AWP onto both sides. 3 players moving into A for the CT side. We may see a bit of a peek from Device onto the ramp. Indeed, we will. There is a player there early, but with a passive position. So Device going for the sneaky smoke, which he can hide behind. No hiding from Fox though. Rain coming in with 2 frags as well, and everyone is dead on the Astralis side, save for Device with 1:35 on the clock. So he has a lot of work to do. This smoke is advantageous, but he queues just before seeing aizy there. He's got the money to just, I mean, go and just cause as much havoc as possible. Obviously, he's unlikely to win the round here, but I mean, he can just pressure the T economy. And again, I mean, FaZe can't lose any more rounds, so you could say that it doesn't matter how much money they have. But if they survive with like 1 player, then Astralis will have a better buy in the next round than the Ts will.
And it's actually pretty easy, as we can see on the scoreboard, to actually forget that it was a 5-10 first half, Astralis being the guys on 5 rounds, because they've only lost now 2 rounds in the second half. So pretty dominant CT showing for them. Obviously, incredibly large deal that they won the pistol. You know, of course, starting with that good economy, just as their opponents did, is incredibly key on a map like this, which can be very economy dependent for the CT side. But once you have those ops rolling in, it is pretty good times. You can do a lot with them. Now, where will Device go? Looks like he's going towards the A side of the map this time around. So Device might be going for that Palace pick. He could jump onto the bench, and there it is, the bench. First to check the slope angle, then back into connector. So he's all over the place. He's got support here in Kjaerbye. First shot made. There is a challenge, so the no-scope doesn't hit, but Kjaerbye is in position indeed to support. Gets the refrag, flash in, and it's all almost over, James. It's now over, James. Hello, James.
Don't forget Yanko. He's
Hello.
here as well.
Hi, Yanko. What's going on?
Hey, Dan.
How's it
Astralis
going?
just won. Astralis won.
That's great. So 2-0 for Astralis. FaZe, they came close actually, from a pure scoreline perspective, but as far as how the matches went, did you ever see Astralis perhaps slipping away a map or even losing this series?
I think this map was a mirror image. I mean, the 2 halves, right? Both teams winning pistol rounds on their CT sides, then going for default rounds for mid control, getting picked apart. It's just that in the end, Astralis managed to win more rounds, but by basically doing the same. We saw FaZe at times trying to adapt, going for some pushes towards the A bomb side, trying to group up, but in the end it didn't work out for them, and we saw Device step up in this game for Astralis as well. I think it's really great and really important to showcase how he, in the first gun round gets a kill towards the mid area, in the second gun round moves towards the A apps, and again keeps his opponents guessing, gets important frags for his team, and makes it much easier for them to rotate later on and secure the round.
Don't make me ask you, James. I'm looking at you. It's your turn to offer some insight, something. Tell us about smoke, do something, or for some fancy, nice setup. What is your interpretation of the match here? How do you feel like the performances were, or how do you think FaZe are getting along? There's a lot for you to...
What Yanko said, basically.
I mean, I'm not sure. I didn't
Brilliant.
see Robban as like the coach of FaZe on the scoreboard. I don't know if that could be just
It might be that
visual...
there's more... There are 3... It might be that there's more people watching the match than can be displayed, because we have an admin there, you see the T coach, so maybe he's there, but we can't see him.
Okay, never mind that.
We don't know. I don't know. We could probably find out.
But I think that when you think about the new Astralis roster, right, and for dupreeh, obviously, an amazing player. We've seen that in the first map, but then we've seen another aspect of dupreeh, and that's inconsistency in times, right? Amazing first map, 32 kills, a pretty quiet second map where he had only 2 kills in the first half on the T side. But now with the addition of Kjærbye, who's been on fire recently playing for Dignitas, and Device, who's been solid for a couple of months now already, I think that can make Astralis really, really dangerous. That, you have 2 stable fraggers in Kjærbye and Device, who is the main opera as well. And then sometimes also dupreeh explodes, and I think that's when Astralis is going to be most dangerous.
It's actually a very interesting point because kjb was often heralded to have a level of inconsistency. Like when he was going off, of course he's amazing when he's going off, but then having that drop off, and as you say, you know, if we look at the past lineup, then adding that into the equation, you've got the two inconsistencies of dupreeh and kjb, but now removing kjb for Kjærbye. That actually is very interesting. I'm quite curious if this will add the stability that Astralis need. So James, I'm going to ask you one last time. Any thoughts before we go to a close? Anything you want to say?
Not particularly.
Anything you want to plug?
I don't plug things.
What do you think of Janko's casting? This is day 2 now.
It's
Or
not,
day 3, day 3.
It's not about what I think, Dan. It's about what they think.
Okay, what do you think they think?
Well, they seem to like it, don't they?
All right. Well, thank you for that, James. All right, guys. So
I have one thing to say.
Okay.
No, I don't really. Sorry.
All right.
Continue.
All right, guys. So it is time to close the show. But remember, the tickets are on sale for the ECS finals over at the Wembley SSE Arena at the end of next month. It's going to be a huge affair. It's going to be very interesting, great venue, and I'm sure the crowd will be pretty amazing, as we've seen already. The UK crowd have to offer already after seeing them at the O2 Arena.
You know, Rihanna's going to be across the road at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
We'll have to get her in.
There's my chance, boys. There's my chance.
Once she comes in, pops in, sees you doing sick analysis, she's like, oh my god.
Have you ever heard of YNK CSGO?
Have you met YNK? Esports.
This sounds great.
Analyst.
I'll definitely approach her on my own. Just say hello. Would you like to come and see some Counter-Strike? Marvelous. Join us. Follow me.
Join us. All right, guys. I hope you join us. Of course, wembley.csgoleague.com is where you can find out more information about the tickets and all the packages that are available. Hope to see you there in a month's time. Otherwise, of course, we're going to end the show as we always do. But first, remember, if you do miss any of the action here, if you can't find it, or if you want to know any of the news, the stats, or the scores, the Score Esports on the iOS App Store or the Google Play Store is your go-to to pick up a handy app which will deliver you and proliferate information of the esports kind, which is always good. But it is now time for the Corsair Rapid Fire Plays of the week. And of course, we won't be seeing you later, but the NA broadcast for ECS will be joining you at midnight BST with Robin or Fliflarin and
or
Jackie.
Floofy or whatever Jackie's calling him. Don't miss out on that, because have a look at the end of the TSM versus Cloud9 Dust 2 match yesterday. Fliflarin went absolutely nuclear. I've never seen such rage. He said it was the worst CS he's seen, I think, in a year or something, or maybe even longer than that. So definitely, Fliflarin doesn't like to hold back. So check that out. He's not a happy guy.
All right, guys. But from us, we'll see you tomorrow for more Europe. But otherwise, that's us done for now.